Mina, what are standard operating procedures?
So standard operating procedures are the procedures that you want to use for your business that you will standardize, and basically, the systems that run your business. All of us have operating procedures in our minds, but the way that you can remove yourself from the business, because obviously all of us are creating this Amazon business, so you can create a business that generates money, starts running on its own, generates us cash, and then maybe we sell it. Obviously it's not going to run on its own. There's going to be other humans who are running it. It's just not you. And so the way to go about that is to do standard operating procedures. Now, if you guys have not read the E-Myth Revised, please go read the E-Myth Revised. It talks about SOPs and how to work on your business, not in your business, because the last thing that you want is to replace your last job with a new job where you're the boss and you're the employee. In other words, you have to work on your business. You have to create the systems. The way that I go about this is I basically think, how can I clone myself? So if I do a task, if I post something on social media, what is a step-by-step detailed procedure of how I go about this? Okay, step 1, I research this. Step 2, I write this down. Step 3, I do this. And so basically, I want to create a step-by-step procedure and a training video where I can take someone, any random person, Isabella's sister, give her this procedure and the training video, say, watch this a couple times and then do the action. And if she can do it correctly, I basically have succeeded in cloning myself in that particular task. Now, imagine every single thing that you do. Now, everyone's gonna say, yeah, there's one-offs and things like that. Of course, there's, opening up a bank account the first time is gonna be the first time you ever do it. But trust me, I thought that I was only gonna open up a bank account once, and I opened it like 13 times. Some things that you think are one-off might not be. Just document what you're doing step by step and have this entire manual. The way that I like to do it is Google Sheets. It's very, very simple. And I'll have a tab at the beginning. It'll be the table of contents. And then every single tab is a standard operating procedure. So every single time I do something for my business, it's standardized. If I have to send Isabella a calendar invite, I say, okay, step 1, log into Gmail. Step 2, click on the calendar button at the bottom. Step 3, click the plus sign. Step 4, type in this, and that, and so on and so forth. It's all recorded in that tab in the Google Sheet. Then I download OBS screen recorder. I record my screen. I say, okay, this is, SOP 1, how to create a calendar invite. I show them exactly how it's done, and now it's saved forever. And eventually you're gonna get to a point where there's a lot of these standard operating procedures. You can bring someone in who costs a lot less than you, and then you can say, okay, watch SOP 1, 2, and 3, start implementing them. Okay, good. Now 4, 5, and 6, now 7, 8, and 9. And they start looking at those procedures, learning them, and you basically are cloning yourself. Because if they follow the video exactly step by step how you created the video, they're basically doing you. And so there's nothing more powerful than you cloning yourself, because it doesn't get any better than that. Now, what's even better is that you clone yourself, but then you're bringing these certain employees who have strengths that you don't have. So for example, one of my employees is very creative, you know her, and she comes up with these amazing designs. I gave her all of my standard operating procedures. She was able to clone me, and guess what? She was able to put her creativity in that to create something even better than me. You have to set the standard of your business, because no one is going to care about your business as much as you. You build these standard operating procedures. If these people follow them, then you should be able to do, they should be able to do exactly what you're doing, and then they can add their little touch to it if you allow them to. From day one, you should document everything. It's never too early to start, and at the end of the day, when you create the standard operating procedure, you're creating consistency in your business and your brand. It's not one time you're sending an invoice like this, the next time it's like that, or one time you're posting at 12 and then it's 3, then it's 5, then it's whatever, and everything is all over the place. Everything has a standard system that your business is following, and it's the only way to eventually get to a point where you let go, you bring someone in, they take over. The first time I hired someone, and I didn't have any SOPs, they were doing like things here and there, and I was upset, and I said, man, this person is a bad employee. But it was that I was a bad leader, because I never gave them the correct instructions. Because if all I told them to do is just follow these videos and you clone me, then they kind of know how things have been running in this ship, and they can add their expertise and their touch to it, which then significantly enhances the business. That's how I go about SOPs.
So don't expect your employees to know where you want. And I think I've learned that the hard way. So, and like Mina said, it's never too early and it's never too late. So don't feel like just because you haven't done it, that you can do it. And another thing is you want to scale, and it's very hard for some people to let go. You know how it is. It's like nobody can do this job better than me, but they can, and sometimes even better than you, and you should hope that they do it better than you, because you do want to build a team that's so much better than that. They have the expertise and they have the time and the patience, so you can do what your genius is, which is continue building brands, bringing in new products, or whatever your skill is.
Yeah, and you can make it to $1 million without any SOPs, and I mean, we know people who have, but trust me, it will get stressful because you lose a key player or a key employee, and guess what? Everything that was being done in the business is in their head, and they're gone. And that might not be that they quit. What if they, an accident happens and they're in the hospital, or something happens to them, or they die. Then your business gets really, really hurt because nothing was documented. So make sure that you start now. If you have them, great. If you don't, you start immediately.